Holly and I are going to do our project on the evolution of Barbellus.
Why is Barbellus a prime example of evolution? When we hear the word evolution, we mainly think of monkeys turning into humans, and basically the theory about evolution in a nutshell is things turning into other things. What if we told you that this is all wrong? Barbellus never evolved from one form to another, it just learned to adapt to its settings and its habitat over time. Our theory is that Barbellus started out as a small, rather kind-natured organism. When looking at the forms of Barbellus, the main distinction you will notice is land and water. Barbellus did not evolve from a small aquatic creature to a bigger or faster creature, but rather over time, while habitat changes and food sources developed, Barbellus gains and loses physical features over time to help thrive in the environment. Barbellus just passed on its genes and learned to adapt in different climates, habitats, and environments due to living standards at the time. So for example, we have the aquatic creatures. Lower down in the water will be different creatures compared to the ones in the top. So here, this one would be living near the bottom of the ocean or rivers or lakes, and it has a long snake-like body and very few fins. As time went on, it would go up and find food in middle layers of the water, gained more fins and a shorter body because that was what was needed to thrive. We also found other organisms that looked a little bit different but carried the same genes. This one has more fins and a bigger body, but it would find its food at the top of the water. And the last one is one of our standard fish that we would see every day, and it would eat closer to the surface of the water.
This rock layer here is to demonstrate the different layers of sedimentary rock, and it's going to extend over the whole diagram. So as things increase in height on our diagram is how low they would be found in the layers of sedimentary rock.
We find the small organism of Barbellus, and it was found in the deepest part of sedimentary rock. So basically this would be the oldest organism. Then there's this one, and it looks different, but it still carries the same genes, and it's found higher up in the rock. And there's also this one, and it's found higher up as well. This one has segmentation, which follows through to this organism over here. It has segmentation in the end of its body, but it is a land animal instead of a water animal. They needed to develop legs and different body structures for the place they were living in, which included grass and forest areas. This helped them thrive in their environment at the time.
As Barbellus became more adapted to the land environment, it began to grow legs and become more of a grasshopper-like creature to better adapt itself to the environment. As we look up here, this one has some fur on it, basically to keep it warm. As you see, it's in a mountain environment, so it's more of a colder climate setting, and it's designed, and the adaptations of it provide it to survive in that environment.
They all carry the same genes, and they may not look the same, but over time, they were found to be the same animal, and they didn't evolve one to the other. They just began to learn that over time they needed to have different adaptations to survive in where they were living.
All right, that's our project on the evolution of Barbellus.